Viewer discretion is advised for this love-themed podcast. The content may contain discussions and sensitive topics related to relationships, dating, and love. Some content may not be suitable for all listeners, especially those uncomfortable with open and vulnerable conversations. We encourage our listeners to practice self-care and to reach out to a trusted friend or professional if they need support. You have no friends, you have me. Welcome to the Lost Lover Boy podcast.
Welcome to another episode of the Lost Lover Boy podcast. I am your host, as always, Demetri, Wiley. I am very, very fortunate to be here. Some of you guys may have seen me in the woods. Some of you guys may have seen me in the cornfield. Some of you guys may have seen me in a canoe. You know what I'm saying? I had to take a few days away. I had to take a little venture out to actually regain my sense of self, regain my mind. I feel like I've been getting consumed with all that's been going on, feeling more like a figure than a person, and I had to just, touch grass to again revisit the exact same principles that make me me, instead of getting lost in the numbers and the analytics and the insight and the reels and the podcast episodes. So forgive me for taking a break, but again, I am human. I think that's the beauty of this podcast. We provide grace. For everybody who's new here, welcome to the Lost Lover Boy podcast. We try to create a safe space for lovers, for friends, for romantics, for everybody. Those who battle, childhood trauma, those who battle mental health, those who battle situations in parenting, and any and above. We attempt to create a safe space for all of you guys, as you guys have helped me do. Everybody who's returning, it's good to see you again. It's an honor. It's a pleasure. I love you. How about that? How about I start there and let you know I love you? If nobody told you they love you today, I love you. Somebody always drop it in the comments and they say, if nobody's told you today, I see you, girl. I see you. Every time you drop it, I read it because ain't nobody tell me what you telling me in that moment right there. You understand what I'm saying? Today, I wanted to have a conversation about manipulation. I wanted to have a conversation about deception within relationships and outside of relationships. I wanted to have a conversation about some of the red flags you see, some of the patterns, some of the reoccurring, insight, the reoccurring knowledge that you may need to pick up on to understand if you're dealing with someone who's being manipulative or not. There's a bunch of different kinds of of manipulation. And I feel like when you're dealing in the dating world and you're dealing in the relationship world and you're dealing with the love can be manipulated in so many ways. Just like love can be a good thing, love can be you must love someone in order to hate them. And I don't know if you guys have experienced heartbreak or not, but I've been there. You know what I'm saying? And it's one of the most gut-wrenching, it's one of the most fucking life-shaking, humbling things you can ever go through because it all stemmed from love, And just that idea that you can love someone so much allows you to put your heart in their hands for them to play with, right? That's why I need y'all to know, what these habits of manipulation are. Men and women, men manipulate, women manipulate. It happens all the fucking time. It is rare. It is again and again. Not rare. I'm sorry. It is popular. It is again and again. It is reoccurring. It is out here in this dating world, and you guys need to be susceptible to it so you cannot be deceived in this dating world. I'll jump right in. One of the biggest forms of manipulation is emotional blackmail. Right? You ever been in a relationship or dating somebody and they say, well, if you love me, you do X, Y, Z. You see, they almost give the impression that you have their heart in the middle of their hands, right? But no, they got yours in the middle of theirs. They know exactly what they're doing with these words, the way they structured it. Emotional blackmail is saying, because you feel this way, I'm now going to play on that to bend you and shape you to do what I want. You get what I'm saying? It's a terrible thing to do. Like, for example, it could be the smallest things. You could be out at a store and somebody will tell you, oh, babe, I've always loved this bag. When I was little, I was never able to afford X, Y, Z. Emotional blackmail. They're taking the idea that you care about them, that you want to see them happy, and they're bending it to get something they want out of you, right? Instead of just doing it the adult way, instead of just doing it the politically correct way and saying, baby, I would love to have this bag. It'll make me happy in having it. Would you buy that for me? No, they take the opposite approach, take the backdoor route and say, I am going to make him feel as though he is less than if he does not give me X, Y, Z. You get what I'm saying? Hey, another way of doing it. A man will compare you to something, all that you are not, right? He will compare you to another woman and saying, oh, I love this about her, X, Y, Z, or she's this and she's that, knowing you aren't those things, right? But he wants you to feel that. He's playing on that emotional insecurity you may have, if not creating one, And the thing about it is that will allow you to remain. That'll allow you to drop the value in yourself so you are forever under. Right? And it's hard to leave when you feel like you're gaining something. It's hard to leave when you feel like you shot up. Like, imagine having a job that overpays you, right? Why would you want to leave? You get what I'm saying? I don't want to leave because I don't feel as though I can get something this easy for this amount of money. So why would I leave? You get what I'm saying? I'm comfortable here. And that's exactly what this sense of emotional manipulation does. Emotional blackmail, I like to call it. That's what it does. It bends your mind into playing on those emotions for you to move. And if a man can tell you, baby, you ain't X, Y, Z, well, you need to tell his ass, go be with X, Y, Z, baby, because I ain't trying to be them things. You like me for me, or you like that? You get what I'm saying? And if that's what you're choosing, by all means, you go do that. Baby, never compare me. I had seen something a long time ago, and it was like a manipulation tactic that women were teaching women, right? Never brag about, the saying was, compliment a man's car in order to make your man move. And what they meant was, if I'm driving a Toyota Civic, right, and a Lamborghini pull up and be like, the woman goes, babe, I love that car. He must got a great job. He must do something. He must be doing something right in life. See, what it does is it makes that man you currently riding in that Toyota Civic with feel like he need to be doing something else. Feel like he need to be working harder. Feel like he needs to, like he can't keep you. You get what I'm saying? Like your mind is elsewhere. Again, the same thing. And if you can make a person believe that you've checked out mentally, right, their emotions are going to want to fight harder for you. It's all manipulation. And the thing about manipulation is it falls in lack of communication. Baby, I'd rather you just talk to me. Tell me what you need. If this Toyota Civic ain't doing for you, baby, let's sell this and we work on getting something else. We work on getting something else, baby, because this is not a me type thing. Now, let me tell you something. I could easily be like, hey, you see that nigga in that Lamborghini over there? Yeah, his wife in the passenger seat must be really giving him a boost of power, of adrenaline, something you ain't giving me. That don't sound too good to hear either. You get what I'm saying? So let's not sit here and manipulate each other and try to act like we got something better than we got. Baby, either you happy in this Toyota, or you could go on get that bus stop. You understand what I'm saying? Because, hey, it is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? But far too often we fall susceptible to this emotional manipulation. Far too often we allow people to blackmail us and use us and bend us, right? I remember being in one of my past relationships, right? And it was always labeled as tit for tat whenever I simply followed the rule that was set in the relationship. You get what I'm saying? Oh, you online liking people pictures, right? And I've never been a man who cared. You like whoever pictures you want to. But how are you doing something you're telling me I cannot do? Baby, you're breaking the boundary of our relationship. All these walls that have us enclosed are for us both. They not just you don't get a door to open and walk out when you choose to. That's manipulation. Making me feel wrong for something you doing yourself. Manipulation. And manipulation is solved with communication. You understand what I'm saying? Which rolls me into my next point. One of the biggest forms of manipulation that people don't even see, they're not even privy to, is called triangulation, right? And I know you probably can understand what that means, triangle, three sides, exactly. It's when you take the energy and effort and time into bringing someone into our relationship. You ever been with a motherfucker who tell your business entirely too much? Let me tell you something. Let me just break the mold real quick. Let me tell you what that creates. Anytime you put people into your relationship, you're allowing judgment in. You're allowing your mind to be shifted, right? It's less about what you two tell each other and what this other person is telling you that your partner should be doing, right? And 9 times out of 10, and y'all can speak for whoever y'all want to speak to, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna be transparent, I'm gonna be open. Anytime I've ever brought someone into my relationship and my relationship failed, if my relationship was failing, I'm gonna say that. When my relationship was failing, the moment I forgave said person, does not mean the person I brought into my relationship does. Does not mean the person I brought into my relationship is going to be as forgiving. They now view this as someone who's not good for me. You understand what I'm saying? They now view this person as somebody I don't want you with because you just told me they cheated. I don't want you with because you just told me they was a fucking liar. You just told me they was manipulative. All I'm saying is if you're in a relationship, if you aim to be in a relationship, fix your problems internally. I'm not telling you never to seek a therapist. Hey, listen. Relationship therapists are great. And if that's what you choose to, that's what you choose to do. But your third cousin don't need to know what's going on in this relationship, baby. Your grandma don't need to be, bringing up what we talked about at home at the family reunion. That's enclosed business, baby. Let's keep it to ourselves because how a relationship works, we're going to disagree. We're not always going to see eye to eye. But if you tell people every time we don't see eye to eye, and you do not tell them every time we do, maybe there'll be a weight imbalance to the point to where they don't want us together. You understand what I'm saying? To the point where they think you'll be better by yourself. And at that point, you might as well be because, you know what I'm saying? Once you ain't got the family, once people don't want you together, it creates a bad light that now stains your relationship. You get what I'm saying? You don't want that. Because every time we get into it, you're going to be like, well, my auntie said I shouldn't be with you no way. My auntie said you was going to do something like this. You get what I'm saying? And you don't want that in your head. But back to triangulation. Triangulation is just that idea. Triangulation is, let me call my friend and see what she think about this. See what her husband did. Baby, what works for one does not work for all. You get what I'm saying? This is not a one-size-fits-all relationship. That nigga ain't me. That nigga ain't me, and your cousin ain't you. You understand what I'm saying? Your cousin on her 3rd bachelor's, baby. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? You're unemployed. Let's make this make sense. Your cousin tell you how fucking Daryl beating on her? No, he didn't. I ain't beating on you, baby. So let's not act like what's going to fit their relationship is going to fit ours. It's different. It's absolutely different. And the thing about it is triangulation allows you to, and here's the fucked up part. Here's the craziest fucking part, and this is what amazes me the most. In all actuality, the motherfuckers y'all bring into the relationship are single. The people you bring in for advice are fucking lonely. Like, let's make this shit make sense. You asking your cousin who's on her 4th marriage, what are we talking about? That's like asking a deadbeat how to raise a kid. What are we talking about? Like far too often does this idea of triangulation weigh so heavy on relationships. And we let it. You let it. You fucking let it. And that's the thing about it is, baby, you gonna leave me and you gonna get a nigga that's worse. I'm not talking about me specifically, but you gonna leave whoever you with and you gonna get somebody worse. Let your cousin set you up with a nigga. She gonna set you gonna be fucking with Daryl brother-in-law. And you don't want that either, because he beats women. Yeah, I said it. Daryl brother-in-law, yeah, you do it. Lock him up. Throw the cuffs on him. All I'm saying is, baby, our problems should be our problems, but triangulation is one of the greatest forms of manipulation. I don't give a fuck what they said. I don't care. Does it work for us? Let's communicate here. Maybe we could sit down and we could write out a communication strategy, techniques, but the manipulation, you got to push that to the side because your friends do not know me. Your friends does not understand me the way you should. We've been doing this for how long? So I don't want that. I don't want to know what your friends think about me. Your friends shouldn't think anything other than that's my friend's man. That's all they need to know. Because all you're going to do is create a bad reputation for the person you're dating. Like, example, my last relationship, and I'm gonna always reference myself so y'all get some kind of reference of why I speak on these things. My last relationship, I've never had a problem with any of my child's mother's friends. Well, my ex-girlfriend, I'm gonna just put it like that. She's engaged now. I don't wanna, no disrespect. I'm just speaking on the relationship entirely. Y'all know. But I've never had a problem with any of her friends, except one. This one was a bad egg. I'm telling y'all, she was very toxic. And her own situation was fucking failing. You get what I'm saying? And if you watching this, you know the fuck you are. I ain't gonna shy away from it. But her own relationship was very fucking toxic. Very, very toxic. And she would do very, very disrespectful things to her child's father. And this was the person my ex-girlfriend was taking advice from. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Hell no. Baby, that ain't what we doing. You ain't got no friends that's in church. You ain't got no friends with no functioning relationships. No. What are we talking about? This motherfucker, man, she was bad, y'all. I'm telling you, a bad egg. Y'all ever read that fucking book, Dennis the Menace? Oh, if this was a motherfucking relationship status, that'd be her like a motherfucker. It was bad. I'm telling you, it's fucking bad. But the thing about it is, she would constantly be like, girl, fuck what he think. Fuck what your man think. What kind of advice is that? Girl, fuck how he feel. Fuck how he feel. You telling her I'm insecure when that's not the fucking case. You telling her all these things about me when that's not the fucking case. Man, I'm telling you, it was fucking bad, right? Me and my ex-girlfriend had separated for some time. And that bad egg was giving me advice on somebody to date that was not her friend, right? Then went to my ex-girlfriend and was like, he doing this, and this. After she just told me do this, and this. Oh, yeah, it was ugly. Listen, and it was, I wanted to see drama. I wanted to see toxic. But that's what I'm saying. That triangulation shit, when you bring people in to your relationship that's not part of your relationship, baby, if this ain't polygamous, let's leave that shit where it is. It don't need to be in this household. She's not in here, and it's a good goddamn reason she ain't. You understand what I'm saying? But whatever the case was, all I'm telling you is, allow your business to be your business. Put a lock on the door, vault that bitch, and you guys fix problems internally. Because all you ever gonna do is you're gonna make your mama not like that man. You're gonna make your grandma not like that man. And in turn, you ain't gonna like that man. Because all they preaching is gonna be all you hear. You understand what I'm saying? Like, triangulation is so misunderstood. It's so, not everybody is privy to it. But that's why I'm sitting here telling you, man, pay attention. Another big idea another big idea in terms of people shaping how you feel, right, is lack of presence, lack of emotional drive. And what I mean by that is this can be one of the biggest manipulation tactics, right? You ever been dealing with a man and he gave you so much effort? He was so consistent for so long. He seemed so great. He damn near bottom line bombed you. And I'm gonna get into that in a second. But he gave you all of this upfront energy, effort, persistence, fucking reassurance, guidance, fucking financial obligation. He gave you all of this, baby. He was showering you, right? And then one day he just went cold. One day he was just like, I ain't got a text back. One day he was like, it ain't about how fast we talk. It ain't about how much we talk. I just don't care. Right? This is another form of manipulation. Right? This is what you need to tell niggas. It's as simple as this. One sentence. Love me or leave me alone. I don't need the up, down. I don't need the left and right. I needed one way. This is a one-way street. Love me or leave me alone. If you ain't trying to drive down this road, park the motherfucking car. You understand what I'm saying? But oftentimes, right, a woman will pay a man no mind, right? He gets in them DMs, he gets the number, he's showering her an attention. Now her emotions are tied in. Only for him to reverse roles, only for him to create this manipulation tactic that almost makes her feel like she needs him, that almost makes it feel like she was chasing him. I ask this question all the time. You ever been cheated on by a nigga that wanted you? You ever been played by a nigga who begged you for the time of day? Have you ever been let down by a nigga you wasn't even sure about giving your number? Have you ever been offended by a nigga that's too ugly for you? Have you ever felt like that? Yeah, baby, that's because you got manipulated. You got the roles flipped. You see, the thing about a self-confident man, the thing about, baby, I ain't got time to play with you, right? Because I don't want you to play with me. There's no games here. I don't want you to play with me. I ain't gonna play with you. You understand what I'm saying? It's a one-way street. I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna leave you the fuck alone. If I can't love you and you show me it's impossible to love you, I gotta get up out of there on you. It don't work for me, right? But women should absolutely enforce the idea of loving me or leaving me alone. Niggas, you too. My guys, listen. Fellas, if you ain't never heard me on an idea, listen to this one. If that woman ain't trying to love you the way you need to be loved, get out of Dodge. Get out of Dodge in a Hellcat Challenger. I'm talking about fast. You understand what I'm saying? Get out of there. Because you don't deserve that. You understand what I'm saying? You deserve to be loved correctly. You deserve all the love you give. If you a cheating motherfucker, that's all you deserve. If you an unfaithful motherfucker, a manipulative motherfucker, a lying motherfucker, that's all you deserve. But if you're someone who gives genuine love, baby, accept nothing less. Nothing less. Stop allowing these men to flip these roles. It's either he is or he ain't. And I don't know, I know a lot of people have never really been in love. I know a lot of people have never really, been able to experience being courted and loved correctly and not taken for granted. I don't know if you've ever had a man come in your life and they show you that you are nothing less than a priority. I don't know if you ever experienced that, but there's nothing like it. I don't know if you ever, fellas, I don't know if you ever experienced a woman come into your life and she ain't playing no games about you. I don't know if you've ever experienced that, but there's nothing like it. That is the exact quality I want in my wife. Mrs. Wiley, listen. That alone I will appreciate. Baby, play no games about me. Beat the motherfucker up. Beat the motherfucker up. Do it, babe. Fight about me. And I never let you, but still. Show me it's all the smoke in the world for a motherfucker who hurt my feelings. You don't want to see my feelings hurt. That's the love I need. Maybe if I stub my toe, I need you to shut this shit down. Huh? You understand what I'm saying? Don't play no games about it. And I think a lot of people have yet to experience that. And I think that love, that genuine, affection, having someone that does not play about you will only allow you to see the value in yourself. You're not going to play with yourself no more. You're not going to take yourself for granted. You're not going to let another motherfucker come around who is out to get you. I tell a motherfucker at the door, if you ain't here about love, don't be here. Because that's the only reason I'm doing this. If this is not what you're here for, don't do it. Don't waste your time. Don't waste mine. I ain't got it to waste. Huh? I'm an emotional black man. I'm an emotional man. You understand what I'm saying? Baby, I ain't got time to play with you. Nah, I ain't got no time. I'm too grown. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, man, let nobody play with you the same way. Stop letting these motherfuckers manipulate you. You You ain't, hey, that's not you. That's not your character. You deserve better. Trust me. If you don't trust nothing I said in this whole podcast, trust me that you deserve better. You deserve motherfuckers who actually gonna put their foot down behind you. The same way you will put your foot down behind your man, behind your wife. Don't let these motherfuckers get you. Now, I gently touched on love bombing, and I believe I spoke on this in earlier podcasts. But for those who didn't get to hear it, love bombing is another form of manipulation. It's when someone comes into your life and they just shower you with gifts and attention and compliments and all of these things before they even know who the fuck you are. When you feel like you being love bombed, I want you to stop and ask this motherfucker, what is it that you like about me? And if they can't name genuine qualities about your character, they got an ulterior motive. And typically, the love bombers typically hit women. I'm just putting that out there. But be real privy to the idea that everyone showing you affection is not trying to love bomb you. Be conscious of that as well. Because when I come in, my love language, the way I know how to show love, the one I speak, is typically acts of service. So if it's something small I could do, I'm going to do that. If there's something big I could do, I'm going to do that. You get what I'm saying? I don't come out the gate buying Birkin bags, though, So if a nigga come out the gate buying a Birkin bag, for one, take it. But don't, you know what I'm saying? Probably don't keep him around after that. You know what I'm saying? Because how much a Birkin bag? 300,000? You know what I'm saying? Take it, but, be very privy to what he's trying to do. It's a form of manipulation, right? What they want to do is to get you so involved and wrapped in everything that's not their character. That's a major red flag because what is their character? What are they trying to hide behind? What are they trying to hide? Well, this is what they're trying to hide their character behind. So be very conscious of the idea that this motherfucker may be Ike Turner. This motherfucker may be Ray Rice around this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, please pay attention to all these forms of manipulation so you can move, cautiously with your heart, so you can move with this level of bliss within your relationships, within your situationships, because I know y'all into them. I know some of y'all got some sneaky links that's watch this podcast. Don't lie to me. I know y'all got some sneaky links. But whatever the case is, so you can move with bliss in those relationships, in the relationships with your family, because don't act like they don't pull this same shit. Hey, you're wrong, grandma. Calling me trying to manipulate me, you're wrong. Not you, granny, not you. You know what I'm saying? Not you, because, baby, I love you. But, all these other ones, all my other grannies, y'all watch yourself, because I know what you be trying to do. But I want to take a minute to say thank you. Now that I've actually had time away, time to reset, I was actually able to see that how fortunate I am. And I know I always say thank you. But this one I truly mean from the pits of my soul. I am grateful. Forever in debt. Forever indebted to you beautiful people. I'm not the perfect man. I make mistakes. I'm human. I bleed like you bleed. I am nothing special. But I say it all the time, I'm just a trying man. And I think the thing about it is, I thank you guys for seeing my effort. Understanding that a lot of times I do get tired, I do get worn out, I do get exhausted. But I'm here now, baby. I'm here, what we doing? You understand what I'm saying? For everybody who has not seen, September 28th, I will be on stage, as well as Dr. Bryant. If you guys are familiar with who that is, she's an incredibly brilliant woman who knows a ton about love and relationships and mental health and all these things. I hope to have a personal conversation with her backstage. At the Eric Crown Arena, September 28th, I will be on stage part of the tonight's conversation panelists, and I am floored. I am honored. I am grateful. I am humble. I am overzealous. I am overwhelmed. I am nervous. And y'all know me, I don't even get nervous. What we doing? But I can honestly sit and tell you I'm nervous because I don't know, not nervous to get on stage, but nervous as to what God has next. I feel like I'm on a roller coaster and it's just chunka, you know what I'm saying? And it's just been climbing and climbing and climbing. And you know, when you get to the top, you get that like feeling in the pit of your stomach, you know what I'm saying, right before the drop. And I hope this thing never drops. I'm fortunate, I'm grateful, I'm blessed. I love all of you guys from the bottom of my heart. You guys stay beautiful, stay blessed, stay everything that you are. And purchase your tickets to see tonight's conversation. Everybody who pre-ordered the merchandise, it is currently in printing. So thank you for everybody who purchased the podcast merchandise with my little face on it. If you have not, feel free to go purchase it. If you do not have a Lost Lover Boy, Lover Girl hoodie, go purchase it. Pull up to the show. I can't wait to meet you, beautiful people. I already know they're going to be like, you know, we only allowing the people who purchase VIP to meet you. Fuck that. I'm going into the crowd. I'm shaking hands. I'm kissing babies. I'm going to do exactly what they tell me don't do. God damn it, I'm a rebel without a cause. And that's my way of saying thank you to so many beautiful people. I love you. And what's that shit I be saying? Peace out. I think it's time I finally try to find myself. I've been running from love, just trying to hide from all this pain I felt. Look, trying not to be the joke in the deck of whatever cards get dealt. They say a star still gotta let them align themselves.